Ah, yes. Welcome to the InScentive Collection. I'm your host, Brandon, and today, bam! Allure Homme Sport Superleggera. Superleggera, super light. I quite much like this. Let's get straight into the breakdown. Okay, so 2024 release. Chanel hasn't put out a fragrance in anywhere between 6 and 10 years from what I'm hearing. And so they released this, and we're gonna get straight into it. So, type of fragrance. This is a citrusy, fresh fragrance. It's very simple, but it's quite beautiful. It's a quite beautiful fragrance. Quite beautiful. When can you wear this? Daily, anytime, any place, anywhere, any time of day. You can wear this on job interviews, first jobs. Not necessarily a date fragrance, but it's definitely something that you put on to get refreshed and in action. The opening of this is quite beautiful, quite remarkable. It sparkles. Kind of reminds me of Edward Cullen, like the way he would stand out in the sun and just glimmer. That's what this fragrance does. When can you wear it? I would say really all year long. It's going to get a lot of bonus effects from summer, spring, early fall. Winter, it could be a bit challenging, but again, this is a gym bag type of fragrance. You throw this in, it's not gonna last all day. You might get anywhere between 5 and 6 hours, in my experience, on skin, on clothes. I mean, easily a day, you know. You gotta put this in a wash in order to get it off. Age limit, unlimited. I would say this would be great at 16. Anywhere between 16 and probably 45, 50, you're gonna wanna get something a little bit more sophisticated. Not that this is simple or youthful, but it's just, it's not very daring, you know, and I would think at 45, you probably want something a little more daring, a little more different. But again, it's a Chanel fragrance, and they knock it out of the park in my opinion. Great fragrance. Presentation, very similar to what you would have in your Allure Sport Extreme. Very simple, very similar, very simple. The only real difference is that it's transparent. Not a really good job here, but it's kind of like a smoky type of clear. I actually think this is a very appealing bottle. There's something about it. Superleggera, super light. Like that's what I get when I pick this up. It's really nice. I like being able to see all the bubbles bouncing around in there. As you can see, that's the image. Very nice. I like this quite a lot. Let's get into the notes of this particular fragrance. Not a whole lot going on because it is very simple. So in the opening, you have citrus, mandarin, and grapefruit. Those are all jumping and very sparkly, very bright, very just the epitome of citrus. Quite like this, man. It's such a gorgeous fragrance. You cannot overspray this. Like it is a gorgeous fragrance. Middle notes, you have woody notes and cedarwood. Give it some bass, round it out, kind of kick out that sharpness a little bit. And again, just a very well blended Chanel fragrance. Very linear. It's not going to change over time. It's not going to really get anything crazy. Once it settles in, once it settles in, you start to really get into that basic Chanel DNA, right? I shouldn't say basic, but the more familiar Chanel DNA. In the base, you have white musk, amber, patchouli, and sandalwood. Again, another hint of some woodiness. That white musk is what makes this sexy. Like it's what really takes it from being like an everyday familiar fragrance. And again, I know I said it has that familiar DNA, but it does take a very different turn from your extreme, right? Your sport extreme. It does take a different turn from there. That's more of a solid, bassier type of fragrance. This is more aromatic. This is more fresh, and it just stays very lighthearted. And again, you can't overspray this. So, Big BE, listen. When you first kick this thing on, it punches strong, far, and wide. I would say that first hour, you're gonna be getting anywhere between 1 to 2 feet, just pushing, boom, 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 boom. It's just constantly pushing. Very beautiful, nice fragrance. But really after that, it becomes somewhat, you know, probably around that foot range. And then around that 5-6 hour mark, it's really kind of a skin scent. And at the price point, I paid $180, somewhere around there. I know a lot of people are complaining about that. I quite enjoy the experience. I'm not really too much worried about, you know, the price of it. I enjoy it. And I also think that, you know, not all fragrance need to be Super Saiyan. Like they don't all need to last 24 hours. Like it's cool to be able to come up off this after your 5, 6, 7 hour workday. It's nice. Ciliage, this thing was very impressive. Like where it does kind of reduce itself and become tighter to the chest. But on clothing, it just is constantly, like I was at a birthday party, man, and it just was, I just kept catching wafts of it. Like the air would pick it up, twirl it around, and then boom, it was right back at me. So it's a very, it's just pretty, man. Oh man, and you can really delineate between the mandarin and the grapefruit. Like usually when you have citrus, like it's just like boom, all together. And of course it's Chanel, it's well blended, but at the same time, like you can really smell the difference in the citrus. It's a very beautiful fragrance. If I were to give it a rating, I would say, I would give this a 9. I really like this. So I got a couple compliments when I was wearing it. So take with that what you will. But that's the review. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Were you disappointed? Did you want something different? Have you tried this yet? There are at your local Macy's. I did forget to mention they are numbered. So I think mine is 302. They said that it's only a limited release up until I think December or something like that. So if you don't get one, you might be paying double once they hit eBay. I'm not trying to scare you into a fragrance or anything. I'm just saying there's a possibility that it will come out. But I do hear that sometimes they lie about that for whatever reason. I don't know. But either way, I got my copy. This is going to stay. As you can tell, I've already sprayed a lot of it. So it's nice, man. Oh, my. It's nice, man. Anyway, that's the review. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this fragrance. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.